Ladies, I'm here on the show, and I'm here on the show to talk about some NFL news. A lot of news. It may not be a lot of stories like to talk about, but still a lot of news. I'm here, and just a lot to get to. So let's get right into it. The first thing I'm talking about is the Panthers. About their quarterbacks, they're still going to start PJ Walker again Thursday night against the #Falcons after a rough start against the Bengals. But they're still going to get roll with PJ Walker going to their game against the Falcons per source. They had a rough game against the Bengals. He got benched. Baker Mayfield replaced him at halftime of the Sunday's blowout loss to the #Bengals, and Sam Darnold was just activated from injured reserve. But on a short week, I guess they didn't want to start Baker Mayfield because maybe it was a short week. They didn't want to just throw Sam Darnold in there, so they're just trying to roll with PJ Walker. But it's going to be another terrible Thursday game. The Panthers are going to get embarrassed against the Falcons. It's going to be a horrible game to watch. I know it's a divisional game. They might actually try. But their offense is just a disaster, and their defense got absolutely Swiss cheese on Sunday. And the Falcons have a good enough offense where they can do that, so my lord. Yeah. But they're activating Sam Darnold from the IR as well, which was interesting. I guess maybe they'll use him near the end of the season when they're pretty much out of contention. They're out of contention now, basically, but maybe they'll bring Sam Darnold back. And maybe they'll bring him back to play some down the stretch, is what I'm trying to say, so. But yeah, it's some news there. The Cowboys coach, Mike McCarthy, this is per Cowboys Insider. Michael, Gallican, how do you say his name? He's a Cowboys Insider. Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said, end quote, we really love our receiving group, end quote. But with free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham, end quote, I've always been a huge fan of his. I've just heard so many excellent things about him, end quote. It's something to be excited about. I know he's coming off a serious knee injury, but he did it for the Rams last year. He's been really good. He was really good for the games he played for the Rams. He was really good in the Super Bowl until he suffered that ACL injury. But he's going to be cleared by the end of the week. I think the Cowboys should make this move and sign him. Ramp up with him, learn the playbook before that Vikings game. I believe the Cowboys have, because Vikings are really good, so we'll see how good this team is then. But I would love Odell Beckham. Have CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Odell Beckham. You could have Noah Brown, James Washington, KaVontae Turpin you could use at times. Just a bunch of talent at the wide receiver position. So I'd love this move, because I think it's better than James Washington. I think James Washington could be a decent number 4 or 5 receiver. But hopefully doesn't tease us. I mean, so many teammates and coaches come out saying they love him, and the only time he's complained, he's been 100% right. And he barely even complained in Cleveland either, so I think he'd be a good teammate, be a good addition to this locker room, and definitely bump up the receiving core even more. Bills QB Josh Allen is likely to be limited this week because of an elbow injury suffered late in Sunday's loss, but as of now, it's considered a situation to monitor rather than a ailment, how do you say that word? I'm not part of the nerd community. That would keep him out of the game. Sources say he's still undergoing tests to be sure. And they said, that's just as of now, so there's no, really any updates on it. It's just something to watch, and that, it's just the early word on it, so yeah. More coaching changes for the Panthers. They fired 2 more coaches after Matt Rhule and their defensive coordinator. I think it was something Snow. They fired their cornerbacks coach, Evan Cooper, and defensive line coach, Paul Pasquale. Qualoni. So they fired 2 more coaches. They pretty much cleaned house. They've got their interim coach right now, Steve Wilkes. I don't know how long he'll be the coach, because things really haven't changed under him. Panthers are just a mess with the quarterback situation, firing all their coaches. They could have traded Brian Burns for some good picks. DJ Moore, they could have got a first-round pick from the Packers. I get you want to keep DJ Moore, but you gotta get some good picks if you're gonna just rebuild. I mean, things are just a mess in Carolina. I would hate to be a Panthers fan. Rashawn Gary tore his ACL, source confirms, and he'll have an MRI to determine if there's additional damage, per source. Just terrible for the Packers, more injuries. Rashawn Gary's one of their best players defensively. He had so far had 6 sacks this season. Yep, the injury would most likely, well, obviously in the season, he was having a really good year, but now he's done. Bills defense man Gregory Rousseau suffered an ankle sprain, and Sunday's lost to the hashtag Jets, and he's considered week to week. So the the Bills quarterback with Josh Allen was hurt. He's going to be limited this week, but he should be fine for their next game. Gregory Rousseau will probably be out the next game or 2. Roquan Smith, he's set to debut tonight for the Ravens, and he written a letter of thanks to the Bears of the City of Chicago. You can go on Ian Rappaport's Twitter and read it if you want to. Not going to read that. Frank Wright, he got fired today. They're 3-5-1. They're just a mess. Seems just a mess, to be honest. A few weeks ago, Jim Irsay said he was safe. Frank Wright was safe. They made a major move, obviously. He considered him safe. Now they have a new quarterback. They benched Matt Ryan for Sam Ehlinger. They signed him, I believe, to like a 2-year deal or something. They benched him. Now they have no coordinator. They fired Marcus Brady, and now a new head coach, which is Jeff Saturday. The center, Jeff Saturday. Which I found very shocking. That's definitely interesting. I'm not going to judge how he coaches until I actually see how the Colts perform with a new coach. But I'm very interesting move. I don't know what much more to say about the move of Jeff Saturday as the interim head coach. It's an interim head coach. If it doesn't work out, then they can try and get somebody else. But definitely a very shocking move. They hired Jeff Saturday. I thought they would make another move, a better move, but we'll see what happens. Giants safety Xavier McKinney suffered a broken hand while on vacation during the bye week, source said, and will miss several weeks. So the Giants were on the bye week. Obviously Xavier McKinney now hurt, broken hand. He's going to miss several weeks. And he put out on his Twitter what happened. He said, during our bye week, I went away to Cabo. While there, I joined a guided sightseeing tour on ATVs. Unfortunately, I had an accident and injured my hand. The injury will keep me sidelined for a few weeks. I will do everything I can to get back as quickly as possible so I can contribute to what we're building here in New York. So he had I believe it was an ATV accident. And I mean, you could get hurt even cooking at home. It doesn't matter where he was, what he was doing in his own time. He's just human. He was just enjoying his bye week, and it's just an unfortunate accident. I mean, but people saying, oh, we should have been rested up, get healthy, players miss the memo. You shouldn't tell people what to do on their day off, like their week off. Like, yeah, needs to keep his head up. It's not a season-ending injury, I don't think, but he's definitely been one of their key contributors defensively. But, yeah, that's all I say for this video, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, Malcolm, peace. And then Kentucky basketball back tonight. I'll be recapping that game when it ends tonight, so looking forward to Kentucky tonight, so go Cats.